first. Hi, I'm John from, I live in Vienna, parents from Turkey, obviously. Like, for me it's my parents are from Turkey.
Oh, okay, good.
I live in Vienna, so for me it's quite interesting to be here and see what's going on in the startup scene and to see the differences between Austria and Germany and Turkey in the startups. Like, my first question is, from your experience in the US and abroad, where do you see the main differences between the startups that are coming now in Turkey and the ones that you've seen from your international experience? And the second thing be, what would you advise startups in Turkey now to do differently or to focus on? Just your opinion, your personal opinion on it.
Sure. The startups in Turkey have a tough challenge ahead of them, I think. Because obviously it's a difficult economy, it's a growing economy, it's an interesting geography that we live in. The financing sources, even though we are here, are not enough. So there are many challenges that they face that a startup in the US don't even think about. There's an abundance of capital in the US, or I would say even in Europe still, for the right idea. But here, it's much harder for a startup to sell that idea. Yesterday, Sina again mentioned, if Twitter was launched in Turkey, would it be funded? That's a very interesting question, because I've been asking myself that same question. Would I fund Twitter? And the answer is not always yes, actually. So I think since there's a lack of capital still in Turkey, we are very risk averse. So we only invest in startups where we really, really feel comfortable. So that's the biggest challenge, I think, in Turkey versus the competitors in the US. From the creativity side, from knowledge side, I don't think we lack anything. I think we are more creative than the Europeans and the Americans for sure. What we don't have, I guess, is the volume of entrepreneurs that you can look up to. That's the other challenge. I think the more exits we have, the more successful people you start seeing in the news, like Yemek Sepeti, Gitti Gidiyor, Sina Afra. The more you see of them, I think more and more startups will start actually, getting the energy from them. So that's the other challenge. But I think those wheels are turning already in Turkey. And your second question was, what do I... in industry-wise, or... okay, what they don't think about, the biggest challenge they have, one of the biggest challenges they have, is they still focus on the idea. They don't focus enough on their teams. They usually come to us, if it's let's say, a simple one. If it's an e-retailer idea, they usually have an idea. They outsource their website to someone else. They don't really feel good about it, but what they can do. So they don't really focus on building the team as much as they should. I think they should start focusing on the team. They should not worry about the money. I know this kind of contradicts what I said before, but if they have the idea, if it's something impressive, they will find money. It will be us, it will be Galata Business Angels, and some of the people here will gladly invest in them. I think sometimes we are worried far too much about getting funded, which is very normal in this neighborhood of countries, because it's a very cyclical economy. Nothing is the same every day. And they should stop being worried about money. They should do very good financial planning. What we also see is they come to us and they ask for 150,000 lira, which is fine. But it's only for 3 months usually, or they don't think for a year usually. They should do their financial planning better, I think. That's the other suggestion I would give them. But again, just to reiterate, they should not worry about the money. If they have the idea, if they have the team, they will get funded in Turkey at this point. I don't see any problem anyone getting funded in Turkey if they have all those stones set in place.